go. Yes, almost. I almost had that down perfectly. Hello, hello, everyone.
And
you see
that?
Joe? I'm sorry. Max is out here causing chaos. Unfortunately, Christine is working, so she's not here to harass me. Usually she
will pull up the video at some point.
At some point, but will not be able to comment first. So I feel like that's a win for me. Anyways, welcome to Reading Sprints on my channel. I figured that the best way to kick off the new year would be to read a book. Oh, okay. Someone just closed my door. That was open for a reason, but okay.
I want to hear you.
Apparently. Anyways, we're here. We're going to be sprinting for a couple of hours, and I have these lovely people here to help me do the sprinting. I'm so excited because, like, Emma and I don't get a lot of time to hang out, so I'm just like, yes. All right, and Brianna, you know, because Brianna basically lives on my channel.
What did you say the other day? We're permanent residents?
Yeah. If there was a live stream on my channel, I feel like there's like a 75% chance that you're on it as long as it's not too early in the day.
Right. If it's in the morning, it's not happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's part of why we moved the 8 p.m. sprints to 8 instead of at 6.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's not cool enough yet. Anyway, so would y'all like to go ahead and introduce yourselves, talk a little bit about your channel, talk a little about what you got going on there, and anything else the viewers need to know about you?
I'm Brianna. I'm from the channel Coffee Books and Bullet Journals. I am doing the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge with Margaret as one of the co-hosts, and we're doing a 24-hour readathon right now. So we've gotten like Discord sprints going on this morning. And on my channel, I will be starting, it's not like a whole week, but there's like almost an entire week of videos that are like end of year content related. So that's coming. Best books of 2020. No one will be surprised about.
Pretty sure I know what your favorite book of 2020 is going to be. Just a guess. Just a guess. I could be wrong because I don't think I've watched every wrap up this year, but I'm pretty sure from our conversations.
I talk about all the time.
Yeah. So,
well, I'm Emma, and my channel's Emma Novella. It's a little chaotic, but I'm trying. Anything else? I have an Etsy store. I do digital art. I have rats. One of them is climbing all over me just now, and that's about it.
Emma does amazing artwork that she did a commission for Doyle.
Oh, you know what? My brain was like, I know I'm working with you. How do I? You were my first commission.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Small world.
I got it two and two together. Twitter and you are two separate things to me, and I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
Right.
Although the best was Margaret when I first met Margaret. Kate's chip party. I was just drunk on excitement, and she had the live stream up, and everyone's like, "Oh, I see Margaret. Go get Margaret." And I'm like, Kate, who's Margaret? Where?
I think that was mostly Steve, if I remember correctly. He was just like, "Get to work." Okay.
I definitely, when I met Margaret, did not realize she was that short.
Yes.
I didn't know that you'd thought about my height because I don't think we knew about each other's channels until...
I've watched your videos. Like, I don't think we'd interacted much, but like, in your videos, you don't look that short. Because you're just like standing next to a bookshelf. I don't know which bookshelf it is.
Yeah. Well, the 6 bookshelf books, it's this 4th shelf, but it's the middle of the bookshelf that I stand next to.
Right.
It's not
some people, like, I sit on a like bar stool when I do my videos because my tripod's not tall enough. So, like, I didn't know.
People expecting me to be tall is the funniest thing. Just like, what? I'm always talking about how I'm short and I'm a hobbit. And then people will be, I think the funniest one with my height was when Bella was like, "You're taller than I expected." And I was like,
that's the first time I've ever heard that.
I've never heard that before. So, anyways, all right. So, what are we all reading today?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just going to be going through my entire bookshelf because it's the new year.
Listen, I put my goal at
sort of thing.
150 books.
Why?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Apparently, I want to torture myself because last year wasn't bad enough. I focus on In Paris with You.
Okay.
But I should really finish Invisible Planets because I started it last year. But I'm supposed to be buddy reading Blood Moon, and I have a NetGalley arc that I'm supposed to be doing a book tour for. So we'll just see how I feel. Oh,
we have the same Kindle case.
Love it. But mine's is that bit in now.
Oh
Everything is chewed.
Oh, because of the rat.
Yeah. Where are you? I don't trust you. I've got all 4 of them out. Oh, it's the same one. Where are your sisters? I'd like to know.
I didn't realize you had 4. I knew you had 2.
Yeah, I just got them about a week, 8 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Before the 23rd. So about 8-9 days ago. So, but they're.
Wow.
Oh, let me find one of you. No, you're the small one. Where's your new sisters? I don't like this. When they go quiet, I get worried because that means
that means they're hiding under a bookshelf or something.
Right. Oh, yeah, they like to do that. Oh, I found you. Here's one of the big girls.
Oh, she is big.
We're working on her just now because she started biting because she's like the lowest of the pack. She's like, I'm going to bite you so I can be alpha. And I'm just like, no.
That's not how that works.
Yeah. Jessica said they already finished a book today.
Oh, speaking of, yes, let's see. We have Jessica Williamson today in the chat. And also, Allie Bookish Life is here with us today. Fantastic. If you're watching, let us know what you're reading too, because we like being nosy. At least I do.
So I was listening to the audiobook of The Office of Historical Corrections.
Okay.
Short stories, and so I'm not it's hard on audiobook because it just goes too fast. Mm-hmm. But during the sprints, I will be reading Act Your Age, Eve Brown.
I just finished it. It's actually horrible how long it took me to read that. I started it on the 15th of November and I finished it yesterday, 2 in the morning on the 31st.
I'm at 37%. I did not want to read it in 2020 because the way I did my best books of the year, I didn't want any 2021 releases in it. And I knew that this was going to be on it.
I'm not a romance reader. And they got in touch with me and were like, oh, you're an On Voices autistic reviewer. Would you review? And I was like, yeah, sure. So then I bought Chloe Brown. And within the first 5-10 minutes of it, there was a graphic scene. And I was like, oh, this is actual romance. This is contemporary. This is full on. I'm also asexual. So I was like, I am not prepared. So and then I was tentatively reading Eve Brown and not spoiler alert, but spoiler alert, it takes a while. So I was turning the page when am I going to have to deal with the graphic scene?
Oh, man.
It was good. I'll give it that.
That's good. I'm excited for Eve Brown, but I will probably have to wait until it is in bookstores so I can add it to my collection. I am reading, finally, I've been trying to read this book for as long as you say it took you 2 months. It took me 6 months to read one of my favorite books. So anyways, I just finished Clockwork Princess last week and I've been working on it since I think June. But anyways, now that I finished that, I can finally read Chain of Gold. I am going to lose my mind. I read this short story that happens chronologically before this, and I'm just reading it freaking out. But I am so ready for this book. And now Christine will finally stop bothering me about it.
And she's not even here.
Yeah, I know. But at least I'll be able to say, okay, I finally know who you're talking about when you're freaking out about Lucy.
Right.
So, yeah, we both love the Herondales more than we should. Probably. All right, so let's see what we're reading in the chat. Okay, Allie is reading Stalking Jack the Ripper. That's on my list of books I need to read this year.
Jessica, one of my disappointing.
That 1-star read for me.
Stalking Jack the Ripper was a disappointing read for me.
Uh-oh.
Too romancy. That's a thing.
You'll like it.
Yes, I know. If the romance is important, then I'm like, yes. Okay, Jessica is reading Moonstruck and Felix Ever After.
Moonstruck is the most adorable book ever.
Yes. Mitchell is reading Legendborn, which is our group book for the Avengers reading challenge.
Did someone just say that it's only 100 pages?
No, they read.
Oh, I was like,
it is most definitely not 100 pages.
No, that's like we got like 400 and something. I'm on page 53.
It's over 500.
But I was listening to the what's it called? Audiobook while I was doing chores this morning and getting ready to film because I had to film Sunday's video today. Let's see. So, we got more. Okay. Jessica says that they loved stalking Jack the Ripper, but because it was the romance. Yeah. That's why I'm going to read it. It's on my list. I've got a video that I'm doing, and it's on a list of books that I'm going to do for that video. Possibly. I have to choose between a couple. And then let's see. Max is here to be scared because we like to spook them. But Max is going to be reading Cemetery Boys or Addie LaRue. I personally, being the V.E. Schwab stan that I am going to vote Addie LaRue.
Me too.
I'm voting Addie LaRue just because it's the one I'm most interested in. And I do own my copy now and I need to read it.
So good. May have made me cry and books don't make me cry.
That was me a few days ago.
I'm a robot and that book made me tear up. Like
the Traveling Cat Chronicles. The Traveling Cat Chronicles got me just at the end of the year, made me cry twice, and I'm still suffering.
I have yet to have a book that has made me cry. I've had a couple that have made me get choked up and like tear up, but I've never had one make me cry.
Me neither. Like I've never had a book like where I'm like bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, I'm just not.
I've thrown books. If that's an emotion.
I have a book in my closet that I actually am going to go throw at some point.
I threw a book down the stairs.
This book will make my best books of the year, but I still threw it at the end of the book.
I've done the thing where I'll be lying in bed and I just like pop the book like away from me to the end of the bed because I can't deal with what's going on anymore. I'm just like, the secondhand embarrassment, please make it stop.
No, I finished the book and literally threw it across the couch.
Oh my god. My mother supposedly did that with Smokey the Cow Horse and then she gave it to me.
I'm not saying it was a good book. I'm just still like, I still think about it.
Oh, Courtney's here too. Hello, Courtney. How are you? All right. So I have the timer pulled up. I figure we'll go at 15 because I like to go at 5s because it makes it easier for me to keep track and not have to like be staring at the timer.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to get that set up. How is everyone's New Year going, by the way?
Nice and quiet.
That's good.
I filmed a video that will go up today.
Me too.
I forgot to film it before.
It will not go up today, but I did film a video.
I filmed 2 yesterday. One went up last night and one went up today. So I'm probably not going to have a video up for like 3 weeks now because I'm like, oh, look, I've done so much.
I'm doing a video every day for 12 days. So.
Oh, no. Too much effort.
Yeah. It's a good way to do end of the year content. But also.
You did it for 30. You did it for 31 days. The 12
but I didn't do a video every day for those 31 days. I only did like 20 videos.
Fair.
Why did you start, you dumb thing?
Does this count as one of your like 12 days? Or are you also doing the video today?
No, I technically have to get my 2021 goals up today as well, but that should be a quick video to edit once we're done here. So hopefully I'll be able to get it up before like 9 o'clock, 10 p.m., which is when everything has been going up lately.
At least that's fine.
And then I'll be able to get tomorrow's video at least started editing, I hope. Although we do have game night tonight. So my parents have strong-armed me into playing games with everyone. So my brother was trying to get a game of Among Us started tonight. And I was just like, dude, we already promised Mom we would do Uno or something.
Oh, but Among Us is so good.
Yeah, it'll be my first time playing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. I saw the video that Allie did. Max, you are my patron saint. I fell asleep at 10 or something. I made it to about 1 a.m. I was trying to make it till 2 so I could stay with Christine, but I could not. I was like,
I made it like 2 midnight, and that was it.
yeah. Well, I only got 4 hours of sleep the night before.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Partly probably thanks to Bridgerton, but I just couldn't sleep, so I just finished the show.
Why not?
Fair enough.
All right, we are ready to start. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Don't forget to mute your mics. We are back. Let me reset this real fast. I hate that it does this. Okay, there we go. How did everyone do?
32 pages, and I've lost my bookmark.
Okay.
Again. That's funny. Okay, hold on. I've got a thread. We're gonna cut that. Oh, that's much better. Of course, the rat took it. So
a little over 2 chapters. I'm gonna book.
Nice. I read 13. We've officially met both James and Lucy, and I have an entire color that is going to be dedicated to the Herondales. Like they just get their own color. I think I'm done. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. I do this weird thing where I sneeze like 14 times before I'm done sneezing. Anyways, yeah, I would have gotten more done, but I was screaming at Christine about this book, so.
Needs must.
All right, let's see. How did we do? All right, so Max, come back here. There we go. Max has continued their tradition of eating while doing these sprints with us. So good on Max. They got cereal and took their meds. And then Allie got 2 chapters read as well. Thank you, Allie. Yes, bless me. Let's see. Mitchell got the prologue and almost the first chapter of Legendborn, right? That's like so intense, that first little bit.
I'm so excited to start that one.
It's really good. I'm enjoying it. I know I have a couple of friends who weren't entirely like in love with it. It wasn't like their favorite book ever, but I still am liking the setup at least right now and the characters, and that's
right.
That's kind of what's important to me. The plot can be crap for all I care.
Right. Part of me wants to wait a little for that to read that book because the live show is not until the end of the month. So I want to be fresh. But then, like, also I want to start.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna try
all of the boards, so I want to do it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do Cap's board, and I have to finish it to finish Cap's board, and then but I have to finish Cap's board to do Hulk's board, and it's complicated. But I'm gonna try doing the thing where like every 50 pages or so, I do notes on the book that I'm reading.
That's a good idea. But the thing is, I'm doing it on audio, so maybe like every hour or something.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm just gonna like write down. I have Bookly, so I can write down my thoughts as I go, and then I'm pretty good about remembering. Like if I write my thoughts down after at the end of the day, I'm pretty good at remembering for that.
Right. So
I have highlighters everywhere. So, anyways, let's see. We got more. Okay, so Courtney Kidd is on chapter 22 of Legendborn already. Oh my goodness.
Moly. Did you start it before today, or did you like start it today? Because holy moly.
Maybe Courtney's, I don't know if Courtney's in the Discord, so maybe Courtney's in the Discord, which I didn't link below. I should have done that, because we've done 2 sprint sessions so far. So if Courtney's been reading this afternoon. Yep. I'm going to try and make some of those. I don't know if I'll be able to. And then let's see. Kayla is reading Gardens of the Moon.
Nice.
And then Courtney read 11 pages and is rereading A Court of Thorns and Roses. Nice. Oh, the new one comes out in February. I need to maybe get on, like.
Oh, Courtney's Zombie Kid.
Oh, okay. And Courtney said they started it as an audiobook, so that makes sense. It goes really fast, and the audiobook is really good.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm liking the narrator. Okay. Which book did you end up settling on to pick first, Emma?
In Paris with You.
Okay.
I figured I seem to have a tradition the last at least 2 years. I've read a novel in verse for my first book of the year. And although Blood Moon is a novel in verse and I'm supposed to be buddy reading it, I naturally didn't choose that one.
That's so funny.
Just kind of have to let your it has to just be a natural thing for the first book of the year. It's kind of has to let it choose you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I chose this intentionally because I know I will love it.
Right. I mean, I did with Eve too, but I also, I don't know. That's what I'm most excited about.
Like, I thought about doing my thing where I'm like, listen, if I can finish this romance book by the time I go to sleep, which I would not have, then I don't know who you are, but I'm not going to answer that phone call. Anyways, if I can finish this before I go to sleep, then it will count for having read it on December 31st. And I just looked at it. I was like, I don't really like. It's good, but it's not enthralling. I was like, I just read a really good book. I just finished Save the Date, which I really enjoyed. I was like, how about we just end the year with a book I really enjoyed, and we start the year with a book I really enjoyed. So yeah.
I was adamant because I was doing reading and translation. Brenna pulls there. I was like, I can hear you talk, but you're not moving. No, I started Invisible Planets, and I was so adamant. Like everyone I spoke to, I was like, I'm finishing it. I am not starting a book this year and finishing it next year, and didn't finish it.
I finished 2 books yesterday. Like I was like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and read these 100 pages. Just so that I wouldn't carry a book over.
I'm carrying several books over. I was just like, you know what? 2020 was a bear of a year. Some of them, I think I'm restarting most of them at some point, like counting them as DNFs, and I'll restart them. But like, I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to hold myself to having everything finished by the end of the year, because some of these are books that I'm pretty significantly into.
Right.
So I'm not going to just stop reading them, but it's fine.
Yeah. Like this is a bunch of short stories. So I was like, well, I'm annoyed, but also like it's fine. Like it's short stories, so it doesn't count. I mean, I see that. My bookmark is in the middle of a short story. Clearly got my life together.
That's all right. I've been reading the Bane Chronicles for like a year at this point, because I'm rereading all the Shadowhunters books chronologically, and so or all the stories. So I'll read the books, and then I'll read the short stories that come between them. So there were a whole bunch that I had to read before I read the Infernal Devices, and then I read the Infernal Devices, and then I read one last night and was like, oh, poor James, he is definitely a Herondale. And now I'm reading Chain of Gold, which doesn't count for my reread, but I wanted to reread Infernal Devices before I started it anyway. So I was like, I'm reading this. I'm not waiting any longer.
There you go.
So yeah, it's not going to count in my little Shadowhunters Chronicles journey that I'm doing on my channel, because the entire series is not up yet, so I cannot use it to judge. But it's got 2 of my favorite characters and their kids in it. So. All right. How about we go again at 45? Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Nice. All right. Oh my goodness. My nose hasn't figured out that it's not cold down here anymore. So. Anyways, Courtney says that Legendborn is on their TBR, and we are getting them hyped for it. Yes, I mean, I've mostly heard good reviews for it, so I'm really excited. I had a friend that wasn't particularly in love with the book, but she also wasn't in love with the characters. So I think it sounds like maybe that's the main thing, but I'm enjoying like the magic system sort of thing so far. And the way she's working, because this is by a Black author, and the way she's working racism so seamlessly into the plot, like discussing it, but it's like just so naturally and organically there.
Right.
So I'm just like, ooh, this is one that like you could sneak to some of your friends who maybe don't read a lot of diverse books. And then be like, bam, ha, think about that.
I'm going to be very worried whenever, if Margaret ever gifts me anything, I'm going to be like, does she have an agenda?
No, not usually. Usually I just give books that I enjoy, that I think they'll enjoy.
Right.
Yes, I have an agenda. I want you to read this book.
Yeah.
That's it. I want you to read this book. That's my agenda. So.
Somehow Legendborn wasn't in my wish list. My mum was so mean to me and made me like get my own Amazon. So I've had to like go through my like 600 wish list on her Amazon and like add things, and I missed Legendborn out, so it's in my wish list now. So I can buy that later.
I'm real sad because I did pick up curbside, or I had them grab the book and they grabbed one that was ripped. I'm sad.
Oh, I would have been like, can you take this back?
Yeah, one thing that you do need to know about Legendborn is it is go with a character that's just like it's in the blurb, a character that's just lost her mom. So if that's a subject or something that's happened recently to you, just be careful because it's a lot.
Maybe not this month.
So But oh man, it's so far like she's at a very prestigious white school. It sounds like I don't really know that much about this particular school, but I'm just sitting there going, oh yeah, I can tell exactly where these characters are from that she's having to deal with right now. I'm like, oh, I know your type. Anyways, I think it technically counts as dark academia. What have I gotten on my book? I think it might. I do think it might. I haven't gotten there yet. But anyways, okay. I have been distracted, so let's go ahead and start the next sprint. It's 20 minutes. That's easy to do. All right. On your mark, get set, go. And we're back.
Yay.
Let's see. So I got from page 13 to page 26. So that was another 13 pages.
I
Yay.
got about 35.
Nice.
I got to 50%.
Ooh, good. Where were you earlier?
I think I started like when I woke up, I was like at 30%.
Okay, that's
And
good.
then I read this morning's sprints and then now.
How does it compare to the last two so far?
It's way more similar to Chloe.
Okay.
Like the relationship between the two is more like Chloe and Red than it is Danny and Zaph.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still really good. Like Eve is a hot mess.
Oh, good. I'll be able to relate to
I
her.
love her so much.
Oh.
Like I don't think she's like quite Danny level, but like she's such a hot mess that it's like, oh precious.
Well, we've officially met all of the characters I think that we're going to meet in this book. I have no idea who half of them are related to at this point because like they're going by first names and because James knows all of them. I'm like, okay, but are you like a Lightwood? Are you a Blackthorn? You're not a Herondale because I know who the Herondales are. Like trying to figure out how are you related to the characters from the last series? Whose kids are you? I think one of them is a Fairchild. I'm not entirely sure. It's very confusing.
Well, that's probably like part of like she probably wrote it that way for a reason.
Mm.
So it's very natural and organic, but like I'm sitting there going, but I want to know who you're related to. I want to know
I
how
need
you relate to the last series.
I'm sure there's a family tree online that you could look up.
I'm sure I actually thought about it, and then I realized that it's going to spoil who, because it looks like there's going to be another love triangle, because Cassandra Clare likes to do those. It would spoil who one of the characters ends up with, because like I know most of them, but I can't remember who one of the characters ends up with, and I'm like, oh, there are two girls that we can choose from here.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it's this one, but I'm not entirely sure.
Right.
So I'm assuming because one of them is actually a main character, he's going to end up with her. So
Makes sense.
anyways, how's your book going, Emma? What is your book about?
It's a contemporary. You know me, like, oh, I don't like contemporary.
A contemporary set in Paris.
Yeah, so it's these two characters who like they bump into each other and haven't seen each other in 10 years. It's always shelved in YA, except the youngest character is 24, so it's more like new adult. I'm like halfway through. Good to know. Yeah, like it's going. I'm not like blown away by it, but I'm enjoying myself.
Is it written by a guy or a girl?
Girl,
I wonder if that's why it's always shelved in YA.
probably. I mean,
It's a contemporary and it's written by a woman. Let's put it there.
the synopsis is basically just Eugene and Tatiana could have fallen in love if things had gone differently, but time has found them far apart, leading separate lives until they meet once more in Paris. Which, to be fair, sounds more chick-lit than YA, but
Yeah, I know. That sounds like a Josie Silver book.
Right.
Nicola Yoon blurbed it, so I think that's why. They're like, oh, Nicola Yoon, she's YA, so there we go.
Who knows? And the cover looks kind of YA too, so I can see maybe
Yeah.
why there's some confusion.
The hardcover as well, that was the...
That looks a little more like it would belong with the adult romance.
Yeah.
So, like, this is a very YA cover.
Yeah,
But, I mean, it's
very.
on paper, and they're usually not YA, so...
Interesting.
Honestly, I hate going to bookstores and I'm like, your YA section is not YA.
Right.
Or
But hey, it's cheaper that way.
I
was
have
going to
definitely,
bookstores.
because somebody shelved Nevernight with the Illuminae files at my Barnes and Noble, and I definitely was like, nope, and I just pulled it out and put it with the adult.
I've seen like YA stuff in middle grade and I'm like, you know, like some of it I'm like, okay, fair enough, but there's somewhere I'm like, you really don't want the kids getting near this.
Right.
See, I really wish that they would like finally go the full like crossover route with Heroes of Olympus, because Heroes of Olympus, all of the characters, almost all of them are YA aged.
Mhm.
Like I think the youngest character is like 13.
Yeah.
So she's older middle grade, but they're younger YA. And I wish like we had more of that younger YA, like it was more in both sections, but because
Yeah.
all of his other books are very much middle grade, it's stuck
The
there.
thing is as well, it would work being an ex-bookseller, it would work better being in YA because you'll have the older, like middle grade readers who might be in that section that want recommendations, and you can pull them to the YA section. They're like, oh, like I'm reading older books. But equally, the reluctant readers, like the amount of times that I would be like, try middle grade, and they're like, no. So if you're like, oh, it's in the YA section, they're immediately fine with it. Like it just
Yeah,
works.
exactly.
That's one of the good things I think about Allie Carter's books, because hers are younger, they're younger YA, but they're still really interesting and complex plots, and they grow with the characters. Or at least Gallagher Girls does. Heist Society, I think, is the same year for all 3 books. But Gallagher Girls kind of does the Harry Potter thing, but in a regular boarding school with no magic, but spies.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, did I pause that? I did pause that. Okay, let's go again at 15, if I can keep on track this time. Not get distracted. It's fine. You came for the easy distraction.
Right.
So, how did everyone else do? By the way, I don't see anybody checking in. Oh, Courtney says that they went they were thinking about going to the same school that Bree in Legendborn does.
It's UNC, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, I think so. Like, I don't think it's like one of the Ivy Leagues, but it seems like it's one of like the really big colleges.
Yeah. No,
Like,
UNC is a huge college.
I know, like, the college I went to, University of Florida, like, it was a big name college, but it wasn't one of like one of the ones that people put on that list of this is where the smartest people go, like the prestigious ones.
Like UNC is like in that same kind of tier.
Yeah, because I think that there a lot of them are like the older schools that were around at the beginning of the country. Right. So, all right. Anyways, have you managed to corral the girls, Emma? You're like, they're here somewhere.
Bree is here.
Oh, hey, Bree! Hi, welcome.
Oh, we got 2.
Okay, so I think that makes sense. It's one of the is the term Southern Ivies, I think.
Maybe.
I want to say that it is. All right. Oh, and Bree is here, one of our hosts for the Avengers Readathon, and then Savannah is also here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are about to start another sprint as soon as I add it to the stream, and let's get rid of that. There we go. So, anyways. All right. Don't forget to mute your mics. Get ready to start in 3, 2, 1, go. we're back. How did everyone do? We've got an entire. All right, Max, you're gonna have to tell me about this Dr. Phil story. Apparently, somebody Max knew from high school was on Dr. Phil. Let's see, where did I get to? I've officially gotten to chapter 2. We're this far into the book. I'm at 42 pages, and we're at chapter 2.
I'm almost at page 200. I'm on page 199, and there's only 344 pages, so 145 pages to go. So we shall finish this today.
Good.
Yay!
Yay! All right.
58%.
Bree owes us the name of her book. So just so you know, but apparently is very angry at it. And then Mitchell got to chapter 5.
Nice.
Oh, we're glad you like the pick of the January book, Mitchell. It's always sad when you choose a bad book for a readathon.
Oh, Vaultathon.
No, not Vaultathon at all.
I haven't filmed my most disappointing / bad books of the year, but that one's on it.
So it's on mine as well. So all right. Kayla read 9 pages of a trade paperback. My gosh, those things do take forever to read, and they're also very uncomfortable in your hand.
Yeah.
Let's see. Savannah got 30 pages.
Woo.
Anna Marie's Adventures got 7 pages, and then Carrie Johnson got to chapter 20. Fantastic. I think we have room for one more sprint if we go at 4:40. So
Sounds good.
we should. Also, I don't want to stop reading yet, and when we finish here, I have other things that I have to do. So
No, I do too.
I yeah,
I also
Courtney.
might be eating a piece of pizza while I read this spread.
Yeah, I'm ready for a snack, kind of. Oh wait, Courtney has gotten to chapter 25 of Legendborn. It's Legendborn, right, Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney's reading Legendborn. I'm so happy that like everybody's really enjoying that book.
I am too. We chose a good one, and then our February book's going to be a good one too. So
Yeah.
I read that one, and I highly recommend it. Actually, I think it's on my favorites of 2020. So, all right, let's see. Allie read 25 pages. Oh, bye, Allie. We will see you another time. And then Bree is reading Amy Snow.
Ah.
Oh, okay. You know, Anna Marie, that is a very good question. We're working on
today.
it. Today.
February's will be announced today. I don't know that we'll get March's out today because I don't know that we've figured that one out yet.
Yeah, I've got 2 that I want to suggest, but I need to check the release date on one because one of them came out 2 years ago, so it would be easy for people to get. But the other one, I'm like, wait, is this a new release? Because I don't want to suggest one that just came out this year.
Right.
So that's
nothing really came out this year. Let's be real.
I'm talking about this year, 2021, or that will be coming out this year.
Right.
So we're trying to make sure it's like books that people can get from libraries fairly easily, because we want to keep it accessible. So, Max, the last round we read Saving Lucas Biggs, which was, well, they tried. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this book.
It's a time travel book, and they tried to get
It's
into
middle
like
grade.
kind of like figuring out realizing that the narrative is like false narratives and stuff. When it comes to history and corporations and stuff, they just
Very white savior.
didn't go hard enough.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know if it was white savior. Well, because the character is white, as far as I know. I know that one of the authors is not, but she writes white characters.
Right.
So, all right, let's do the next sprint. Let me get the timer going. Okay. All right. And we're going. Mute your mics. And we are back. Let's see. I made it to page 54.
230.
Nice.
68%.
You were just flying through that book, Brianna. My goodness.
Well, definitely just read a smut scene on camera, so that was fun.
Anyway, my stepdad sent me a photo of my dog, and he looks so happy. It's like, what a face.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm sure I've read fanfic smut that's far more like crazy than any of the stuff I've read in any published novel.
Right?
Maybe not crazy, far more questionable. Like if I can read that sitting in a Starbucks, I think I'm fine.
Right.
So, all right. Well, we are going to wrap up here. Max, did you do any reading at all? Max is like, I'm the slowest reader ever. Okay, let's see. What is touching my arm? Oh, it's my headphones. Okay. Let's see. Kayla got 7 pages read.
Nice.
All right. Savannah got to page 274. Good for Savannah. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else at the moment. Courtney is almost halfway through our group book. Not our group book. This isn't a readathon this isn't for a readathon. It is halfway through Legendborn. And then Anna Marie got 7.5 pages read. Nice. I have adopted more children. So, anyways, fictional children, naturally. I'm just like, oh, you're Herondales. And you're Herondales in the way that I like people being Herondales. You are my children now.
Fair enough.
They're so messy. Okay. Oh, Laura Strong is on page 112. Nice. Okay. So. Oh, excuse me. All right. So that is. Now I have the hiccups. That's great. All right. That is about what we have for tonight. Oh, look, we got another baby.
No.
She's going crazy. They've discovered my windowsill, and all they're doing is running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm like, will you stop? There's things on this great.
All right. Is there anything going on y'all's channels that you want to plug real quick before we? It was like chaos. Just
chaos.
Just my end of year content, and then my 3-year booktube anniversary is on the 9th. So I think I'm gonna do a live video.
Oh, fun!
My 6-year booktube anniversary is in April. Making content in general, though, and I'm like,
I had no idea you'd been on booktube that long. Congratulations.
I started content in 2015, but I was making stuff on this channel from like 2013, and I'm just like, don't like that thought. It does not feel like it's been that long.
That's
private. All of those videos.
Most of them are the non-bookish stuff. The bookish stuff I'm like, oh, whatever. But it's funny because if you go back and watch it, I am such a different person. Like I'm trying so hard to like fit in, and now I'm just like, this is me. Welcome.
If you don't like it, there's the door.
That's my attitude. I'm just like, whatever. Anytime I mention racism or feminism in a video, I always lose a subscriber. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't need you anyways. Bye.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
The way out.
Oh, do let it hit you.
Whatever.
So, anyways, well, thank you so much for what is going on here? Okay, I'll figure that out in a minute. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep your eyes open for the people on my channel. Keep your eyes open. I will be having like a lot more content coming out over the next few days because we're on day 6 of the 12 days. So I think I've got.
You're halfway done.
I'm almost halfway done as of today. If I get this video up. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to everyone who has been hanging out in the chat and reading with us. This was fun. We will do it again on my channel at some point. I'm not sure if my read-ins are going to be every week or if they're going to be like bi-weekly at this point. I'm still trying to figure out what works best for my schedule and gives me a good balance. So, because doing them every week was a little much.
It's a lot. I have the same feeling.
Yeah. So, but I do still want to do them because they're fun and they also get you watch time.
Mhm.
And that's the key on YouTube now. So, anyways, yes. Okay. Yes. The next, if you were here as part of the Avengers Readathon, the next sprint session we're doing is going to be in the Discord on Michelle's channel. I will try and remember to go back and link the Discord down below in my description box. I forgot to do that.
But it will be in that Reading Sprints channel.
Yeah, it will be in the Reading Sprints channel there. So, anyways, thank you everyone for joining us, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things.